Hey everyone, and thanks for joining me back on the mat. I'm Amy with Align with Amy, and this practice will be my last recording, long video anyway, for the year. We are New Year's Eve, and I don't particularly do, I don't do the general New Year's Eve activities. Definitely don't stay up till midnight. What I like to do is my yoga practice, a bit of journaling, sometimes even burning previous journaling entries. I like to watch the sun go down. I give thanks for the year, have that time for reflection on things that I've done, things that I've learnt, can be negative as well as positive. Just that overall little time for reflection and checking in. I don't set resolutions. I do like to have some idea of how I would like to spend the new year. And then my most favorite part of the whole time is that I like to wake up with the sun on New Year's Day on the 1st. And then after enjoying the sunrise in whatever way, wherever I am, I move through a gentle yoga practice. So this practice is very muchly going to be an idea of release, of letting go. We will be moving, but somewhat gently. Just take with it what works for you and move through from there. So on that note, let's begin in a comfortable seat. Closing down the eyes if you're comfortable, hands to the knees or in the lap. You can even take one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly if you need that extra help to draw inward. Let the breath soften as we begin to tune into the breath. Seeing if we can just have observations through the body. Is there anywhere that we're holding tension? The shoulders, the jaw, the knees. Can we begin to let go with those exhales? Feeling connection down into the earth. Noticing those parts of the body that connect with the floor. As we spend time reflecting on the year that was, on the year that may be, the most important thing to tune into is the present moment. And while our mind can be here, there, and everywhere, let's see if we can ground down into what's going on in the present moment. With that next inhale, sweep the arms out to the side and all the way up to the sky. Really finding a lot of length here. Encourage the shoulders to come all the way up to the ears. Maybe even holding the breath at the top. And release, let it go. Do 2 more like that. I'm keeping my eyes closed. You can do the same or have them open. So big breath in, we reach tall, tall, tall. Shoulders come up. We get as long and as tall as we can. Release, let it go. Last one, sweep up. Breathe in deeply. Maybe a little hold at the top. Even though we're reaching tall, 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 we keep that connection to our seat and we release, let it go. Just have some shoulder rolls, gentle movement through the shoulders, maybe the neck and the spine, gently rolling the other way. And we come back to our nice tall seat. This time, as we sweep our hands out to the side, keep the shoulders low. Left hand comes to the right knee and we find a twist. Connection to the belly. We come back through center, right hand to the left knee. Find that length through the spine. Feel that connection down into the earth. Feeling supported and grounded. Release back to center. We're going to come all the way forward to our hands and our knees. Just changing position here. So we're in our hands, we're on our hands and our knees. Spread the fingers, lift up out the shoulders, connect with the belly. Gently beginning to walk the hands forward to our puppy. Maybe forehead to the mat, maybe the chin. Let's keep the hips nice and high. Breathing here. Option to gently sway the forehead on the mat. Option to rest in stillness. Few breaths here. Option to stay here in stillness. Otherwise, let's tent the fingertips. Head, chest can come up off the ground a little bit, so we're a little more active here. Still keeping this length through the spine and this general shape of our puppy pose. And then let's think about finding some movement through the spine like our cat-cows. So maybe looking forward between the hands, the chest can drop down a little bit. And then as we bring the gaze back to the mat or maybe to the knees, we find some rounding through the spine. Finding a little bit of a flow here. Keeping those arms outstretched. If there's any point that needs your attention, you may hold. Just letting that movement be really nice and organic. And then we come back to stillness, beginning to walk the hands over to the left side. We melt down. You can stay up on your fingertips if you like, or just release, give those hands a little open and close. Just let go of any tension through the hands, offering that sense of release. Lifting the gaze, we walk the hands over to the right, melting down. So we're more active through that inside line. Left fingertips are moving away from the left hip. Opening through that left side body. We lift the gaze, we come back to center, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Pedaling out the legs here. The heels do not need to reach the floor, we're just sending them in that direction. Keep the fingers nice and spread, we're actively pushing the floor away. We meet in stillness. Inner thighs are nice and active. We're aware of the upper body. Shifting the weight to the right foot, left leg's going to reach up for our three-legged dog, trying to keep the hips nice and square to the floor. Keep a soft micro bend through that right leg. Active through the arms. Begin to bend the knee, opening the hips to the sky. Squaring the hips off. Left foot to the floor. Finding that little wriggle through the hips or movement through the legs. Weight shifts to the left side. Right leg reaching high. Three-legged dog. Bending at that knee, opening the hips here. We bring that leg down. Right foot meets the left. Pedal it out. Slowly beginning to shift the upper body forward. The knees come down to the ground. Let them hover about an inch off the floor. Breathing through it. Strong belly muscles, strong upper body. You can do hard things here. Knees kiss down to the earth. We untuck the toes, sit back on the heels. A little bit of movement through the shoulders, through the neck. And then finding stillness and length through the spine. Open the palms wide, thumbs to the sky. Really drawing back, thinking about the movement from the shoulder blades. Connection to the belly. We're not rounding the chest forward, trying to keep this really nice and active. And just dial those thumbs down to the floor and back up to the sky. One more time. Down, bringing out the shoulders and open the palms to the sky. Bringing the hands together. Options, we're going to do our eagle arms. Left hand on top, we cross at the elbows, backs of the hands, palms of the hands together. If we need, if that's inaccessible, grab the shoulders. So we're here, here, or here. Begin to lift the elbows high, gazing towards the ceiling. Nice open heart. Get the breath flowing. And gently release, unwind. It'll release through the spine, the shoulders. You can shake out the hands. After all, we are leaving 2025 behind. Leave what you don't need in the new year behind. Open the arms wide again. Keep that connection to the belly. Dial the thumbs down. Open the palms to the sky. Dial the thumbs down. This time as we open the palms to the sky, we find our eagle arm variation again. Cross the elbows, right arm on top. We're either hugging the shoulders, backs of the palms together, or palms together. The neck stays free, the jaw stays soft and relaxed. Lifting the heart to the sky. Face is soft. Gently unwind, have that little moment. Let it be organic, whatever it is that you need here. And maybe that stillness. Let's interlace the hands behind us, pulling the hands down and working to lift. So just feeling where you're at here, opening the heart. Really nice chest. So before I said let's keep the belly nice and engaged. We don't want to lose engagement of the belly here, but we are, if it's accessible, making our way into more of a back bend, opening the heart towards the sky. Gently release. Let go through the spine. You can shake out the hands. Bring the hands back out in front. Spread the fingers up on the toes. We lift the hips for our downward dog. Breathing here, movement or stillness. Couple of nice long deep breaths, connecting to sensations in the body. Connecting down into the earth. Weight shifts to the right leg. We lift the left leg, three-legged dog. This time just bending the knee, bringing it through, foot between the hands. We drop the back knee. Hands frame the front foot, length through the spine. Front foot's pressing into the floor. We're feeling some activity through the legs. And we begin to move the hips back and floss out those hips, forward and back, through our half splits and our lunge. As fast or as slow as you need. Working into the hips now. Connect to your breath. Breath guides the movement. Let's meet back in our lunge. Inside hand plants, outside hand is going to roll up to the ceiling, connecting to the belly, the upper body, finding a twist here. Top hand comes down. Let's tuck the back toes, lift up off the back knee, front foot back, downward facing dog. Take what you need here. Weight shifts to the left leg, right leg, three-legged dog to the sky. Bend right knee into the chest. We pull the leg all the way through. Back knee lowers. We're in our lunge. Finding the shape. Noticing the sensations. When you're ready, we shift the hips back and forward. Breath guides the movement. We meet back in the lunge. Inside hand plants, outside hand rolls up to the sky. We come back, square the chest, the hips to the floor. And this time we will just take that front knee back to meet the left leg. Little shake out of the hips here, little left to right. Gentle release. And then when you're ready, we'll cross the ankles and bring the legs all the way through, and that we're laying on our backs. When we're here and we're feeling good through the spine, knees into the chest, just a gentle little rock from side to side. Little release through those back muscles. We come back to stillness, arms out to the side, knees up into that 90-degree angle. Drop both knees to the right. Gazing gently to the left if comfortable through the neck. And bring the head back first, then the legs over to the left. Gazing to the right if comfortable. Gaze back to center, legs back to center. Release feet to the floor and begin to make your way into your Shavasana. You can take whatever you need here. Legs long, arms wide, reclined butterfly, whatever you need. It's your final position of rest for our practice today. So whatever works best for you. When you find that position, it's beginning to really tune into those sensations in the body again. Let go of any effort that may be there in the muscles, in the breath, just letting it all go. Perhaps noticing the points of contact where the body meets the earth. Just allowing yourself to be supported and grounded here. Just allowing this time for stillness to tune in to that flow of breath. Slowly coming back to your breath, allowing the breath to travel deeper into the lungs. Maybe inviting movement back into the body. Arms overhead, ankles together. We reach nice and long. And just allowing that softness to fall back into the body. We slowly make our way to our side. And pressing back to our comfortable seat, whatever that means for you. Give yourself that little moment to get rid of any last little wriggles, movements that are needed. And then we finish with hand placement of your choice. Maybe to the knees, one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart, or in prayer. Perhaps as you move on from practice, we make our way into a moment of journaling where we have those moments of reflection. Maybe you have end of year activities to move through to. Whatever the rest of the day holds for you, whatever the rest of the year holds for you, I thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope that you spend the rest of the year in a way that you love to do. Let me know how you feel about the practice. Let me know. I would love to hear from you about your end of year rituals, and I will see you in the new year. Thank you so much.